Welcome, guys, to our team call for Tuesday, September 19th. Now, before we get to our very special speaker, I have two very important announcements, guys. This Saturday is Super Saturday. You guys have to be there. This is where we connect with our team. This is where we learn everything that's going on with our business, guys. If you're in business, then you have to make it a priority to be there this Saturday or Super Sunday, whatever's going on where you live. And if you haven't bought your ticket yet, message me. Let's find a Super Saturday in your area. I know most of us are going to New York. Easie's down in Orlando, Elvira, New York, Molly, North Carolina. Let's make it happen, guys. Post your tickets on the team page. Let's see where you're going. Let's talk about this because there's going to be a lot of great announcements and a lot of great things happening. Secondly, guys, Clean Week is coming to us soon, and the sneak peek started today. Guys, this is so awesome what Beachbody's giving us here. This is a way for us to bring people in and letting them experience the culture of what our challenge groups are like, letting them try Shakeology without this, feeling like they're putting in a huge investment. It's a minimal cost, and it's such a great tool to help us get started, especially if we're a newer coach and we're building up our market and we're building up our credibility with the people around us. So check that out. I posted the video and the FAQ earlier today. Make sure you go check that out. Now, without further ado, I'm really excited to welcome our guest. So Keichun Graves is the sales manager for the Southeast region. That means that she gets to work with our Heather when Heather reaches there. She works with all 3 to 8 star diamond coaches. And tonight she's going to be talking to us about how to be unstoppable in your business. And the awesome thing about her is that she's going to give us a perspective of what these top coaches are going through. Like we're all affected by things in our business. We all go through it, but we're all here to be unstoppable, right? Keichun, take it away, girl.
Awesome. Thank you so much. It's so amazing to be here with you guys tonight, 9 o'clock Eastern time. It's 7 o'clock here my time. Thank you so much for inviting me to be a part of this call with you all. Like Audrey mentioned, I'm Keichun Graves. I'm the Southeast region. Carl calls it the Coach Business Development Mentoring Team. I'm also an entrepreneur. I'm a fellow entrepreneur just like you guys. I am a philanthropist, and I've been with Beachbody for 5 years. I started in coach relations with my business management degree, doing all the enrollments and the cancellations, and we only had 70,000 coaches at the time, and have since moved to this role where, like Audrey mentioned, I get to the pleasure and privilege of working with the 3 through 8 star diamonds. Most of you guys know your goals, but if not, we help set those goals. We help figure out the strategy. We brainstorm, we bounce ideas off of one another, and then I provide a little bit of additional accountability. You have your sponsor, you have your upline, you have amazing success partners, but this is just a little bit different accountability. You get to hear from a voice that's not within your organization, and it's not necessarily a BFF, so we'll tell you like it is, and it's all out of love. So that's enough about me, because I definitely have a full 40 minutes. I tried to cut it down a little bit shorter, but I have a full 40 minutes planned for you guys, and hopefully you will take something away. As a matter of fact, let's all just take a deep, unified breath right now. And as we take this breath, if you can, close your eyes and let's put your goals, your goals, how Beachbody is the vessel to those goals. Put your goals in the forefront of your mind. You guys ready? All right. Keep those goals in the forefront of your mind. I want you guys to be super intentional about getting exactly what you need to get from this call in order to make sure that you are unstoppable in the pursuit of reaching your goals. And the cool thing about this particular exercise is that it puts your goals in your forefront of your mind. These are my goals. These aren't Audrey's goals. These aren't Carl's goals. These are your goals. So let's take one more deep, unified breath together. That felt good. All right, y'all, it's September 19th. We are less than 10 days away from a new quarter. So welcome to your new beginning. I love bookends like that, even though every day is your new beginning. And it's a new opportunity for you to start fresh and to realign yourself, realign your actions to your goals. I asked you guys to put your goals, your vision, the forefront of your mind, and I want you to keep them there. And I want them to be what I call real. And I'll go over that a little bit later. Your real goals, the real vision that you have, and how we're going to use Rank and Success Club to get there. Those aren't the real goals. Does that make sense? All right, so tonight I'm going to give you 5 foundations that you must have in order to be unstoppable in this business. Ready for number 1? 1, have a goal. I know some of you guys are probably going to be rolling your eyes at me this entire conversation, because some of this is really simple. Y'all, this business is not, it's not difficult to do. It's not difficult to do. It's very simple concepts, but it's hard to do because of fear, because of sight, because of all these other extreme factors that play a factor in. So you guys might be rolling your eyes at me just a little bit as I go through some of these foundations, but these are the foundations. These are the traits. These are the things, the characteristics that our top coaches have, that the people who are achieving their desired results, their desired success are doing, that they have in order to be unstoppable. So 1, have a goal and make it audacious, and make it, while it's audacious, make it realistic and make it something that you are willing to have the actions match that goal, right? We can't have like 6-figure goals with $16 an hour work ethic, right? So we have to make sure that the actions do match the goal, and that we're willing to put forth the necessary action to match that goal. And if you don't quite know how to figure that out, talk to myself, talk to Audrey, talk to your personal coach, business development mentor. We have one in every single region of the United States, and in Canada, and in Puerto Rico. Obviously, that's also the United States. But don't let that be an excuse for you not to be who you're meant to be, who you're destined to become, and then work it. And it's one step at a time. Focusing, following one course until successful. And then with that goal, we have to be intentional. We have to be super intentional, because maybe that goal is something that you never thought you could obtain. Or maybe the steps to get there are far outside of your comfort zone. Maybe you at one point didn't think you were worthy. You must have ferocious belief and work through all of that negative mess, regardless of doubt, regardless of life happening to you. Because guess what, y'all? Life happens to us all. Life happens to them all. All those people who are doing it, life didn't just like become all smooth sailing for them. So we have to push through it ferociously despite that. And you have to be intentional about creating that belief. You have to know and really work on believing that you were meant and deserving of victory. Work, consistent action, constant personal development. Those are the best ways to instill belief in yourself. And then recognize yourself, y'all. And then recognize those small improvements. Like, you know what? Maybe a year ago, I would have really let that bother me. And I didn't. Pat myself on the back. Or maybe I wouldn't have said that. Maybe I wouldn't have pushed back. But because I did, I streamlined a 100-pound weight loss. Recognize yourself. Reward yourself. Here's an example of being intentional with your belief. Before you do your invites or you start working your business for the day, maybe you aren't feeling it. Can we be real that sometimes work is crazy, the kids are getting on your nerves, significant other maybe getting on the last nerve that you have. Maybe whatever, life is happening to you, but our goals do not stop. So what do we do? What do we do? Here are some things that I personally do. 1, drink some Energize, do a quick workout, listen to a charge hell with a bucket of water type of personal development, like 10X rule, like 5-second rule. Change your emotional state. Tell yourself you can, you will, you must. Do your affirmations, maybe pray on it, but then do it. And do it daily. And do it no matter what. It's go time. Get your success partner. And true story, there was something that I was personally fearful of in my own business. And I kept just skipping it, putting it back, pushing back. And every day we pushed on the new to-do list. And I still don't know I was fearful of it. And sometimes who cares about why we're scared of it? Sometimes we just have to work through it anyway, despite it. And so I called my girlfriend. I said, look, I've been having this thing to do and I haven't done it. If I don't do it today or this week, I owe you $100. To be candid, y'all, I paid her $100, and she really actually made me pay her $100. And so I had to up it for me. So when I increased it to $1,000, let me tell you what, I have never paid her $1,000. And so maybe you have to be intentional like that. And that's okay. Maybe it does sound, very like really, I'm going to call my friend and tell her if I don't do this thing. But sometimes we have to work it, and we do have to be intentional about instilling that belief. As a matter of fact, let's do an exercise together. I'm all about exercises. If you can, stand up. And I mentioned changing your ecology, changing your emotional state. Sometimes I just throw on my tunes. Most times it's Eminem, Lose Yourself. Sometimes it's Brave, and I dance it out. I'm going to play this song for an uncomfortable amount of time. So stand up with me, dance with me. And guess what, y'all? I say affirmations sometimes because I am worthy. I am equipped to help people. People come to me freely and abundantly. There will be someone who needs me today. I am victorious. Everything I need is within me. And I dance it. I don't own the rights to this music if we're recording this. Are you guys dancing? Woo! I want to see you be brave. Okay, that's enough. All right, so sometimes you do have to be intentional about even creating that energy you need to go help people, that energy you need to go work your business because life happened. But you don't let life happen to you and then you give up on yourself for the day. No, who you are meant to be depends on it. It depends on your daily action. Your goal, the attainment of that goal depends on your daily action. So 1, you have to have a goal. 2, you have to believe through the fear. I hate when people say I'm fearless. I don't know one champion who was fearless. I don't know one story of some successful top Beachbody coach who was fearless. They all have fear. Fear is inevitable, but they use it as a tailwind as opposed to a headwind. Fear of going all in, y'all, is something that I've heard from every single level in this business. So you're in good company with that. But the difference between successful coaches and entrepreneurs and not is that those are people who stop caring about being pushy or salesy or looking cute before they go live. Those are the people who know that they have people to help. And so maybe it's the fear of failure, the fear of success, the fear of saying the wrong things, the fear of looking the wrong way. Guys, you will never say the wrong thing to the right person. So don't fail yourself. You have goals. You know that you're coming from the right place. You know the intentions, and you know your intentions are pure. So do it. Ask it. Say it. Be that person, because there might be someone who is depending on it right now. And we are so much more than health and fitness, y'all. We are ending trends, plural. We're ending the trend of obesity. We see that all the time. But we're also ending the trend of loneliness. Where else would you be on a Tuesday at 9 o'clock? We're into the trend of living paycheck to paycheck. We're into the trend of self-doubt and limiting beliefs. We're ending so many trends. But if you allow your fear to get the best of you, or comparison, or excuses, or society's definition of what success should look like, as opposed to your own definition of that, you will not reach your success. You will not reach your destination, and the journey will not be fun. So let's be real. Without belief, what in the heck can you achieve? Without belief, what can we achieve? But the great thing is that you can work on belief. You can work on belief just like you can work on leadership, just like you can work on your muscles, just like you can work on your abs, your butt. By being intentional with your personal development, with your surroundings. You are the 5 closest people to you. And so if you're finding your surroundings to be those naysayers, those negative Nancys, those people who say you dream too big, it's time to get some more friends. It's time to get some people around you who will uplift you, who will encourage you to be that person that you're meant to be. And they're doing it too. Mediocrity is not an option, I'm going to assume, for us who are on this call or listening to it. And so if the people that you're surrounding yourself are okay with mediocrity, it's time. Now, This is not to say best friend from high school, I don't want to talk to you anymore. But this is to say that if you're not conducive to where I'm trying to go and how I'm trying to be better, you gotta go. Bye, Tammy. What can you achieve without belief? So let me ask you guys this real quick. Are you guys doing a program? Okay, I see lots of here. I'm just going to scroll over really quick. Okay, see. Okay. Are you guys doing it completely as it's written? Because if you're not, I challenge you. I challenge you to do a program completely as it's written, including the nutrition. One of my favorites right now is Shift Shop. It is this total holistic transformation, y'all. Audrey knows I was watching her transformation and her post. So if you have not committed to one in a while or at all, challenge number 1. Tomorrow's start date. Tonight. I challenge you to start tonight. It's 9 o'clock. Start tonight. Do your program completely full out as it's written, including the nutrition, and talk about it. Are you guys reading? Reading your development? Okay, I see a few heads. Okay, so make sure that you're reading personal development or listening to personal development that pertains to exactly what you need to be filled up with or be pulled out of. And then share what you learned. Share how you applied it. Share that you are even reading and how that enhances your life. Are you guys sharing your stories? Plural. Okay, I see some heads shaking. Okay, love it. And are you guys talking about what you do and why you do it? Are you inviting people to join you? Like, hey, did you know that you can also have this amazing team of people to support you too? Did you know that you don't have to always scroll through a negative Facebook feed? You can join us too. Or are you scared to follow up with somebody because you don't want to be pushy? You are not a product of your circumstances. You are a product of your decisions. So decide that you want to believe in you and your ability and the work that we're doing, and then work it till it's true. And the thing is that we have to work on ourselves, and our top coaches, the people who are reaching their desired success, are working on themselves harder than anything else. And then ask that question. Ask them, invite them. Their life may be depending on it. So what are some of your limiting beliefs? Talk about them. Share how you're working through it or on it. But don't be limited by them. Who you are destined to be depends on it. So 1, have a goal. 2, use fear as a tailwind, not a headwind. Don't aspire to be fearless. There's no such thing. 3, put yourself in the place of success potential. Y'all, your success is not defined by rank. I said it. Keichun Graves here at corporate, in the office still. Your success is not defined by rank, but it is defined by the activities you do daily. It is defined by helping people. And what I'm about to list for y'all is not to chase after shiny objects. That's why I really wanted you guys to put those goals at the forefront of your mind at the beginning of the conversation. Keep them there. But these, if they are conducive to your culture, try it. Go in with it. If they are in alignment, do it. And most of y'all, I'm going to assume, are working this full time or as a hobby. So if that's the case, you should be going for it. Here they are. Doing a program completely as it's written, including the nutrition. Talking about how you feel, why you do it, and invite people to do it. 2, the diamond bonus promotion. Y'all, this is the first time we've ever done anything like this. And I personally wanted to stay around. So we got to get behind it. The diamond bonus promotion, if you don't know about it, we are giving $250 in cash as a bonus, or not in cash, but as a bonus to people who maintain diamond for 6 consecutive weeks in this next quarter, and who also hit Success Club, help 3 people with a challenge pack. Go for it, y'all. I know that growing up, my mother was a single mom, and $250 around the holidays really would have been hugely, hugely instrumental for us. The up-and-comers promotion. Do y'all know that we are really giving away trips to Mexico, 3 of them every single month? Go for it. If that's you, try it. Why not you? You are no different than these people who are winning and who are earning that trip. New Leader Conference. Y'all, if you love Summit, think of Summit, but then make it, we're going to bring it together. We're going to make it smaller. We're going to bring the execs in and you can talk to them, rub elbows. We are going to have a very intimate group of coaches who have similar goals, who are in the same level, hearing exactly what you guys need to hear. Sometimes I hear, Summit was great. A lot of the information was for my newer coaches. I'm ready for elevator training. This is for you. That is exactly what New Leader Conference is. We just actually revised the requirements to get there. It's 1 star now, y'all. Go for it. Talk about a game changer for your business, for yourself. Go for it. Premier, elite, go for it. And if you don't know what I'm talking about and you're like, I'm kind of intrigued, talk to Audrey, talk to your sponsor, talk to me. We're here to talk to you about how this will help you achieve the goals in the forefront of your mind. Because these are the stepping stones to get there. These are not the goal. Does that make sense? Earn Success Club. Earn Success Club. We're talking about putting yourself in a place of success potential. Earn Success Club because it's your business goal. Because there are perks attached to it. Because success leaves clues and all of our top coaches are doing it. People are doing it 80 plus months consecutively. But Success Club isn't the sole definition for success. Helping people is. And helping people meaning if what they need doesn't translate to a Success Club point, that does not mean that you're not a good leader or that you suck or that you should just quit this business. That just means that we help them with what they need and we build trust to help them with something else later down the road. A lot of these people are getting started with us and signing on for 365 days. Okay, so they didn't translate to a Success Club point. Let's help them. Let's get the volume because this is a business. We need volume. And then let's learn how to ask the right questions to be able to help them better their results or further their results down the line. Maybe it's 2 weeks, maybe it's 30 days, maybe it's 6 months, whatever it is. The way that we define success is through helping people, not through your rank, not through Success Club. So how are you helping people? Are you helping them or are you saying, So earn Success Club, but know that that is our goal. And our goal is dependent on people, but not those individual people. And so if what they need doesn't translate, you move on. You keep going towards your goal. And you continue to help those people who didn't translate to a Success Club point. Does that make sense? Okay. And I truly, truly, truly believe that with all of these intentional efforts in place by the team, this team it will be an elite team. Period. You guys have what it takes. You're helping people in a big way. And that's what elite teams do. That's what they are. They are the people, they are the teams who are going the way and showing the way. They are the top teams. And the confidence that comes with being an elite team is far to none. Knowing that Beachbody is the leader in health and fitness, and you are leading that pack. This team is in contention. And what about you? If a lead or premier is on your vision board, if that's on your goal list, let's talk about it. Let's make sure that you have the steps necessary to do it. But know that you have to have the actions to match those goals. But it can be done. You guys are no different than any of those coaches. Any of them. They are just like you. They are moms, they are dads. Some have no education. Some have multiple kids. Some have no kids. Some are sick. You are no different than them. And a few other ways to put yourself in the place of success potential in order to be unstoppable is to stay in phase 1. No matter what stage you're in your business, you must win at the basics daily and consistently. Now, I feel like I hear this word basics in phase 1 so often. And it's like, well, what are they? Like 4 vital behaviors? Well, yeah, for sure, 4 vital behaviors. But there are a few more. I have a few for you. 1, and I'll try to go fast. I have 10, actually. 1, have the mindset of abundance, not one of scarcity. And constantly be working on your mindset because it is really easy for us to play the victim. Especially after 35 years of playing the victim. But just know that we have to have that mindset of abundance. 2, Be yourself. Be your beautiful, imperfect self. Talk like you, post like you, mess up like you, because there is no one newer than you. And there is someone right now who is waiting on you to be real enough for them to know that there's hope for them and that there's a place for them on your team. 3, you engage in those 4 vital behaviors. You knew that was coming. 4, be aware and be aware of your stories. And remember that we're ending the trends, and be developing your why. Notice I didn't say develop your why. Be developing your why. What's that thing that pulls you out of bed when life is hard and when life is throwing you lemons and when you got told no a few times or for the first time? Developing. It doesn't have to be developed, but this is the basics. 5, identify who you're talking to. And I've seen some pretty robust training. It doesn't have to be super robust to know who you're talking to. I'm talking, who are you talking to? Where are they at, virtually and in person? When are they there? And what attracts and repels them? Identify who you're talking to. 6, hone in on your skills. If you're feeling like you're not a good storyteller, go be intentional about being a better storyteller. Go learn about Shakeology. Go learn about Daily Sunshine. Go learn about other product offerings. We have way more to offer people to help them, to support them in their health and fitness goals than Shakeology and Daily Sunshine. Go learn about the other things. Go learn about the equipment. Go learn about Derm Exclusive. Go learn about Activate. Try it and talk about it with the same enthuse that you do your workouts and Shakeology and your challenge groups. Hone in your social media skills. Don't just give up on social media because times are changing. Go be a part of a training. Go learn. 7, host challenge groups every month. Host a challenge group that you enjoy. Host challenge groups that you actually would want to participate in if you were on the other side, that is conducive to you and who you are and your culture. And make it a Walt Disney-like experience and an environment that is conducive to people getting their desired results. As a matter of fact, if you have not scheduled your next challenge group or at all, let's just go ahead and take a minute to schedule it. I'm not gonna say anything on that. I'm gonna give you a moment though to go ahead and schedule your next challenge group. Let me know if you have questions. And maybe you aren't quite there yet. Free groups are a great way for you to build your pipeline, for people to get to know you, to fall in love with you and the culture, and for you to really begin to extend your brand awareness with those people who are in the free group. So maybe it's not a challenge group right now, maybe it's a free group. But y'all, I mentioned to make it something that you would have fun in and that you would want to participate in. Now, if clean eating is your thing, and that's by all means, go for it. But to be candid, I'm just about tired of it because everybody's doing it. So what makes you different? Why am I going to join you as opposed to Molly? So maybe it is a soul food clean eating group. Like, how can I make some soul food healthy? Whatever. But make it conducive to your culture. So did we mark down our next challenge group or free group? Okay. Have sneak peeks. This is 8. Have sneak peeks to this opportunity. If you're not doing one as a team collectively, then there are some best practices in the back office and the training department, and you can pull from there. But essentially, we should have something to invite people to in order to get to know a little bit more. And again, if you're not quite at that level to where you're ready to do it by yourself, team up with other people. Be intentional. Don't let excuses get in the way of doing this, because this is a basic behavior. Having sneak peeks, hosting sneak peeks, having something to invite those people who are interested in. And y'all, guess what people are doing? They are also hosting sneak peeks. They're calling it graduation parties, a vegan ice cream social, champagne toast at the end of their challenge groups. At the end of their challenge groups. So let me go through this funnel real quick. At the beginning of the challenge group, before the challenge group actually begins, rather, the new customer, the new coach person, They got their challenge pack, they get the email from Beachbody, and then once the alert comes in, the coach has a template email that they also send. And in this template email, the subject line is confirmation. Why? Because they've learned, so we don't have to bump our head, that when they put confirmation in the subject line, they got more opens. They got more eyes on the actual content. So confirmation. Then the actual body of that email was welcome to the team, blah, 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 blah. And then it listed out everything that they invested in when they paid for that challenge pack. And I mean everything from the containers to you, to everything, the team, to everything. And a part of what they paid for, what they invested in, are this pep rally Zoom that they have, that my leaders are having. They're having great success. They have a halftime Zoom and then a graduation party Zoom. And they don't do these in a live platform. Why? Because Zoom also allows the people who are in that challenge group to meet each other, whether it's 3 or 20. It's a great way for you to begin to build camaraderie and friendships and community in that, and begin to put them in the place of coach potential. Any questions about that before I move on? So having that sneak peek. And I mentioned kind of a lot with that. I mentioned the pep rally. I mentioned the halftime. I mentioned the graduation. Any questions on that? Okay, it doesn't look like we have any. Okay, so that's number 8, having sneak peeks. Having sneak peeks for anyone who's interested, but then also having sneak peeks specifically for your challengers at the end of your challenge groups. 9, inviting people to the business, talking about the lifestyle that it affords you with the same enthusiasm you used to talk about the programs and how the programs have changed you. As a matter of fact, that's my next challenge for you. By tomorrow night, do a lifestyle post with a call to action in it. And again, think of the trends we're ending. It doesn't necessarily have to be your paycheck. Maybe it's a screenshot of this right now. Because someone right now is in their bed, feeling lonely, feeling like there's no hope for them. But they want more, but no one around them wants more. There's someone who's waiting. So do that lifestyle post. Challenge accepted? Okay. And then last, for our basic behaviors, attend events. Audrey started the conversation like this. And she's so right. Y'all, events, live events are game-changing. Game-changing, 1, for the training, 2, for the fact that you get to get from behind your computer. We're building this virtually. We get to get from behind the computer and go like touch and agree and really see the work that we're doing in reality in a tangible way. You get to see the success stories. You get to hear best practices and tips. You get to just be inspired by hearing other people's stories. Those events are life-changing. So go to Super Saturday. Like Audrey said, if you have not purchased your ticket, talk to her. Let's figure out one that's near you. Make sure you guys do your post that she mentioned where you share your tickets. That's great accountability because these are truly life-changing events. Strive for New Leader Conference. Strive to get your Success Club trip paid for free. Go to your team retreats. Qualify for those. Be on team calls. Obviously, I'm preaching to the choir. All right. So anyway, those are just a few of the activities that I think constitute being phase 1 or being the basics. And if you do those consistently, that's literally how you will be unstoppable, but you have to be willing. Okay. Going back to our 5 tips. Number 4, be consistent with the 4 vitals and also be forward thinking for your brand. I'm not going to go too far into this one just because I feel like it can be an entire new call on marketing, but just know that social media changes, like I mentioned earlier, and the best practices change. And so we have to be willing to adapt and to learn. Don't give up on you or who you're meant to be because of those changes or because of the learning curve that it implies with the changes. Find a way to adjust. Winners adjust. Sailors adjust. That's number 4. Number 5, final, less learning, more action. I said it. Less learning, more action. This is grind time. This is hustle time. The time is now. So I'm actually going to share my screen really quick because I just recently have been doing some research. Can you guys see that screen? Thumbs up. Okay, thank you. I was recently just doing some research about racehorses and the sport of racehorsing, thanks to Kentucky Derby. And it was all kind of fascinating to me. And it dates back, like it's a super old sport. I don't know. Is anybody else into racehorsing? I kind of just got into it. Okay, no, not yet. Well, let me tell you, down in Florida, I heard somebody from Orlando. They have the Dollar racetracks, and it's kind of fun. Anyway, it's all very, very, very fascinating. And it dates back to the ancient Greek gods. So it's super old. And one of my biggest takeaways was the reason that they wear the blinders, which are really called blinkers, but we'll call them blinders. And the only time a racehorse falls is when they try to look left or right. They have to stay looking just ahead of themselves and always forward in order to continue to run their race. And even the most successful racehorses of all times, who had all the natural talent, he still wore blinders. And so this is the thing. The only time we ever see a racehorse fall is because, one, they weren't wearing blinders. Maybe they got cocky. Or two, they looked left or they looked right anyway. And so the moral, when you're running after something, and let's not even liken this to a race. Let's compare this to the marathon of life. And when you're on this journey called life, you should not care about what they say or where they're at or what they're doing. Sometimes you shouldn't even care how they do it. Put your blinders on, just like the racehorse, especially when you're wanting to run at a faster pace, and never compare yourself to others. Never let society tell you what your success should look like. You know, I hear people all the time say, well, I don't want to share that. I paid a bill off because it was so little and I make so little and I'm still working on to make XYZ larger sum. A bill? What? Anything. That's amazing. And someone right now is robbing Peter to pay Paul in order to make life happen for them and their family. They're waiting on you to share that. That's amazing what you did, what you accomplished. And did you know, this is another fun fact, $250. In 2009, when the housing market crashed, $250 a month was the average income necessary to save people's homes. People went homeless because they didn't have $250 a month. Not a week, a month. We have this opportunity, y'all, to help people, but we have got to get out of our own way. We've got to share what we're accomplishing. We've got to let them know that they can do it too. And guess what, y'all? Winning and reaching your goal and being a champion, all of that is a byproduct. Being a successful entrepreneur and wife and mom, friend, that's a byproduct of this amazing journey that you decided to embark upon. So again, welcome to your new beginning. And if you are willing to work on that belief in yourself and on what this team can do, unmute yourself. And I just want to hear you say, yes, we can.
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 I love it. Y'all, 41 minutes after the hour, I said I had 40 minutes. That's all I got for you.
Well, that was wow. Like, I'm blown away. That was awesome. Like, you were preaching to us. I loved it. Thank you so much for bringing that kind of energy to us after a long day for you. You know, thank you. Thank you so much. And it's that analogy with the racehorse. It's so true because I've seen it in my kids. My kids are super competitive, but when they're in their karate class and they look at the other kids doing activities that I see them running through at home, they can't do it because they're just too focused on what everyone else is doing. And we just have to keep leading with passion. And thank you for being a great example of that tonight for us.
It's my pleasure. It's my pleasure. Any questions for me?
Oh, that gave me life.
Okay. All right. Well, I will give you back the rest of your night. Go do that post. Go do those challenges. Go start your health and fitness journey completely as is written right now. Tomorrow is a new day, but today is your new beginning. So don't let today pass you by.
Amen. Amen. Thank you so much, girl. Thank you. Thank you. And thank you guys for being on tonight. See you guys at Super Saturday.
Woo, bye.
Bye.